And this is why we came to Princess Louisa during good weather, because it is breathtakingly beautiful. I want to cry. It is just heaven.
Last time aboard Freedom, Sean and I untied our thought-out dock lines and left downtown Vancouver for a weekend getaway to nearby Indian Arm. This glacial fjord is a rare gem, offering breathtaking scenery, BC's oldest functioning hydroelectric power plant, waterfalls, a haunted inn, and a deep cove anchorage with access to a scenic trail for more incredible views and quite possibly Vancouver's best sandwich shop. If you missed it, be sure to check it out. Now, we're making our way back to downtown Vancouver. We had a little more time to enjoy this incredible city before making our way farther north for even more exciting adventures.
Working coffee maker.
Thanks for fixing the coffee maker.
You betcha. That's like it's like an emergency when that happens.
It was a dire emergency.
A couple hours later, she's back in action.
Yeah.
It's actually a good thing you discovered it last night. You know, could you imagine if your morning got interrupted by a couple hours waiting for coffee?
No, I mean, what would we have done?
I know.
Busted out the Keurig.
All right, time to fill the boat up with water and get this thing ready to set sail.
Yeah, what's the dealio with our schedule today?
We're gonna head over to Gibson. Gibson is a short ride to the west, just across Howe Sound. It's about 20 miles from here, so it'll be about a 3-hour run. Get there at 1 o'clock, spend the day exploring there, and then tomorrow we'll head up to Pender, and Pender is where we're gonna kind of stage for Princess Louisa Inlet. So once we get to Pender, we'll do our planning, we'll check the tides, we'll check the weather, we'll check the cloud forecast, because when you go to Princess Louisa, you want to be able to see all the beautiful nature that you're in. So yeah, that's our next 2 days. Gibson's today and Pender tomorrow. But first, we're going to fill it with water, because it's that time of year when it's kind of cold and water can be hit or miss. Our water maker is enabled and ready to go. So after we leave the dock here and we start exploring north, I anticipate we'll probably need to make our water needs, which is perfectly fine, but we'll start at least on a full tank while we're able to get water. So step one, get water.
What do you guys think of that? Water, good? Sell?
You know what uses the most water?
Washing down their pea patch?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys are like some of the biggest water consumers on the boat.
I know. We need to teach you guys to go overboard.
I suppose one could say you could use a bucket and use salt water, but salt water gets stinky.
Yeah. so sad. I just dropped off our key fobs. And we're off
We are off.
to Gibby's.
Last time exiting the city for a little while.
Yeah. It's very sad.
I know. We'll be back.
Although quite gray, today's cruise to Gibson's was a slow boater's dream. Not too long, not too much wind, water like glass, and plenty of great views of the many islands here in Howe Sound. It's really no wonder at all that even vehicle license plates up here say beautiful British Columbia.
Gibson's Marina. This is Motor Vessel Freedom on channel 66. Might be a telephone call.
Motor Vessel Freedom, this is Gibson's Marina, over.
Roger, hey, this is Motor Vessel Freedom. We're just pulling into the harbor looking for transient moorage for one night. We're 43-foot powerboat, 43 feet length overall.
This is Gibson's Marina. Unfortunately, we don't have anything that size at this moment. You can try the Harbor Authority.
Roger that. Thanks, I'll try the Harbor Authority.
Gibson's Marina, over.
For a Tuesday?
Yeah. It's the one over here. We can take a peek at it.
Should we just anchor for the night?
If not, we can
Security.
anchor. We'll probably go over there.
Wind control. Military exercise area with Gulf located to the north and west of Nanaimo is active today for military operations. Hazardous navigation and closed to civilian traffic. For further information, listen to VHF, Weather Channel 1 and 3, or contact Wind Control on VHF.
Since our only moorage option in Gibson's doesn't look ideal for Freedom, we might take advantage of a few more hours of daylight and cruise farther north, which will hopefully allow us to reach Princess Louisa sooner than we planned.
Going anchor?
Yeah. I assume it's like on the outside of this wall.
Remember, sweetie, don't make assumptions.
I know, or on the inside. But that wall's really tall. And our doors swing outward. Getting the dogs off would be a problem.
Oh, that's true. The door, yeah.
I don't want to like have a wake come through here and the door smash off or crack off of our boat because we've hit the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know. 3 hours we can be in Buccaneer Bay.
Cool.
Should do that?
That's across from Secret Cove?
Yeah.
Cool. Where we saw Aurora for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Place where Nordhavens hang out.
Yeah, cool.
That or Secret Cove. I guess we got a lot of options. Let's
It's Buccaneer. Secret Cove's a little kind of in there.
start making our way that way.
Next stop, Buccaneer Bay, located at the entrance into Malaspina Strait between North and South Thormandy Island. Our cruise was calm and peaceful, but we quickly found ourselves in a sea of logs. This is pretty typical in the Pacific Northwest, especially after the big storms like we've had lately, and it's a big reason why we enjoy the trawler lifestyle. Since we can't cruise very much faster than 7.5 knots, we're not tempted to beat the clock and fast boat ourselves right into a catastrophe.
Have you ever seen this many logs?
I don't know, this has gotta be a record.
Yeah. Again, why we don't like to boat at night. Oh boy, it's like, whew, trees everywhere. Oh man. Good morning from Buccaneer Bay. It's becoming a really nice day. Last night it rained all night and I was a little bummed. I thought it was going to be a rainy day today, but it's actually starting to clear and get really beautiful. So we are starting our 47 nautical mile trip right now to Malibu Rapids, which is the entrance into Princess Louisa Inlet. We're going to make the whole trip there, which is going to be about 7.5 hours. And then we're trying to time our arrival for a 4 p.m. entrance through the rapids. You have to be really careful on when you time it. You obviously want to go at slack or high slack ideally. So the goal is then to get through Malibu Rapids around 4:15, and then it's only 4 nautical miles to the Chatterbox Falls, which is right at the tip of Princess Louisa all the way up. Sean's really afraid to be at the dock. We're both a little freaked out because we're probably going to be the only boat there, and there are mountain lions and cougars, or I guess those are the same thing. They are in the area, and we did some research last night, and they are out mostly in the winter. So, and yeah, so we'll see about that. I really want to get off the boat because it'll have been over like 2.5 days of cruising without getting off the boat. So I'll be really excited to get to the dock and tie up. I want to stay at the dock just to have some more ability to just get off the boat and walk and not have it be too much of a pain to take the dinghy down. It's going to be really cold. So we'll see. We'll see. We are making water today. Let's see what we're doing here. That ball is going to tell us how much we're making per hour. And looks like about 5 gallons an hour. Not amazing, but better than a couple weeks ago. So I definitely think being up here, being far remote, is great for Starlink. I was just doing some work and I noticed my 5G went from being blazing fast to not working at all. So I did some speed tests. So before, when we left Buccaneer Bay and my 5G was on fire,
It was 221 megs download, 14 upload, and Starlink was 134 download, 8 upload, which that for Starlink has been really good for us. So right at the entrance into the Jervis Inlet, 5G doesn't work, but Starlink is 92 download and 7.4 upload. So almost the same, not too much worse than when we left Buccaneer Bay, and 5G just doesn't work. So I stand corrected from a couple videos ago when I bashed Starlink for being congested in Seattle. I guess if we really want to take advantage of Starlink, be as remote as possible. It's pretty cool to know you could work pretty good up here.
That's pretty good too. That's all underway.
Yeah.
With the radar spinning.
Yeah, while underway, radar spinning. We're only cruising at 6.7 knots, so they say the 10 miles an hour is kind of when they cut it off, so we never get to 10 miles an hour.
Fast enough to test that.
Yeah, that's another great thing about a trawler. You can't go fast enough to break the Starlink speed limit. But yeah, man, too bad you can't work remotely 100% of the time. I would just come and live up here. As we continued up Jervis Inlet towards Princess Louisa, our Starlink service wasn't the only thing that blew our socks off. The natural beauty all around us was truly indescribable. It's been nearly 8 years since the last time we cruised these waters, and luckily for us, today's clearing skies gave us a glimpse into just how magical this part of the planet truly is. Named by George Vancouver after a 4-year expedition in 1791 in search of the Northwest Passage, Jervis Inlet is one of the main inlets of the British Columbia coast, made up of 3 arms, or reaches: Prince of Wales Reach, Princess Royal Reach, and Queen's Reach. It's also the deepest fjord on the BC coast.
The water depth here is 2,000 feet deep, 2,142 feet.
Wow.
Our depth transducer can't even get a read on the bottom. I think it limits out at like 500 or 600 feet.
2,000 feet. Way to go, glaciers.
Yeah.
That's what a glacier will do for you.
So imagine if this was all dried up.
Wow.
Like another mountain below the water.
Yeah. And this is why we came to Princess Louisa during good weather, because it is breathtakingly beautiful. I want to cry. It is just heaven.
Off of Queen's Reach lies Princess Louisa, the most frequented and well-known inlet in this area. Entry is through Malibu Rapids, a narrow and shallow passage that needs to be timed just right to avoid the fast-moving and strong tidal currents during peak flows.
Okay, and now we are only 20 minutes away from Malibu Rapids, which is right there where that building is. It's an old resort turned camp, and we're going to have perfect timing. Hopefully the current won't be bad. We'll be a little bit before slack, but not bad.
Since we arrived right on time today, Freedom was able to safely and comfortably cruise right through the rapids towards her final destination. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on your notifications so you won't miss next time when we go exploring what many folks say is the 8th wonder of the world, Princess Louisa Inlet. We'll see you next time.